Hello guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Anime Sensei. So, before we begin, remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and press that bell icon to stay updated of all the new content we're creating. Now, let's get right into the list. Ten. Hyakuren no Hao, Teisayaku no Valkyria. After wanting to test out an urban legend about the shrine in his village, this foolish NC takes a photo of himself with next to the shrine divine mirror. He gets whisked off to another world with his solar-powered phone. And from the looks of it, it seems like a world heavily influenced by the Norse mythology. He's then taken in by the Wolf Clan and cared for by them, so the only thing left for him to return the favor for them by expanding their area of rule and territory. 9. Absolute Duo. Summoning weapons from the soul of a person and being called a blazer seems oddly familiar, don't you think? Oh yeah, Chivalry of a Failed Knight has the exact same concept. Better yet, the same name of the soul weapon users. I mean, I've seen in my years a lot of copied content from one show to another, but the least you could have done was change the name of it a bit. The whole show premise is a power called Absolute Duo, which is a power received when a duo has great synchronization and compatibility together. In the entrance exam, they had students battling each other, and guess what? The MC has a unique weapon never seen before: figures. With his weapon being a shield and not an offensive type weapon, the school officials' interest peaks. And that's actually what the series is about, of course, with a lot of female characters fighting over the MC and his special power as well. 8. Yao Jing Zhongji Shouche. Okay, so welcome to the most confusing first 3 episodes in anime history. During those 3 episodes, you won't understand a thing, and it's a bit hard to make sense of it. The character was isekai'd to a world, and since he didn't manifest any powers, he decided to become a gardener in that new world, with the job of unsealing fairies and helping them resolve their unfinished business. The fairies, giving them one look, anyone can realize how unique each fairy is from another, whether it was by looks or by personality, each with her own ordeal and quest to help her through. I gotta say, the drama can catch you off guard in this series, and it's much better than it seems. All you have to do is endure the first 3 episodes, since they're the most confusing of them. The animation is amazing, although the series is rushed a bit, but still worth the watch for them titties. 7. Aesthetica of a Rogue Hero. Now this one is interesting, in the sense that it's not just one person who gets isekai to a fantasy world. Ever since the discovery of a certain syndrome 30 years ago, thousands of people have traveled to fantasy worlds. And sometimes there are rare cases in which an individual somehow manages to keep the special magic abilities they acquired in those fantasy worlds. As for the protagonist, his name is Akatsuki Osawa, and he pulls off a major feat. Not only does he defeat the Demon Lord, he also kidnaps his daughter and brings her to Earth. And now, as she poses as his sister, the two of them enroll in a special magic academy on Earth, which is designed for those who return with magical capabilities. 6. Seirei Tsukai no Blade Dance. In English, this translates to Blade Dance of the Elementalers. It's a 2014 anime by Studio T&K. The action is well blended with humor, and the romance has a supernatural feel to it. Kamito Kazehaya is on his way to Arisha Spirit Academy when he runs into the naked Claire rogue who is bathing as part of a spiritual process. The young maiden is trying to form a contract with a powerful spirit. Kamito ends up getting the spirit, wasting her effort. Not to be outdone, she decides that he'll be her contracted spirit instead. He finally gets to the Spirit Academy, and life gets way more difficult. Being the only male student and elementalist, he has to perform some requests for the principal and also compete in the dangerous blade dance. 5. Taimadao Gakuen 35 Shiken Shotai. In a world of magic, the need will arise for someone to guard the society. Thus, the anti-magic force came into existence, with its enforcers called the Inquisitors. The premise is pretty straightforward. You use magic for evil, they kick your ass, kind of deal. However, the platoon we're talking about here is the 35th platoon, the worst of the bunch, including all the useless Inquisitors. And in like every harem, the MC has to be badass and strong for the girls to fall for him. In such an advanced age with magic mechas and guns, what better could spell badass than having a sword as your weapon of choice? Takeru Kusanagi is the leader of his group of misfits, fights side by side with his friends, facing all their enemies head-on, without backing down. The anime is based on a visual novel and is made of 12 episodes, so it's a nice anime to enjoy and watch in the free time you got on your hands. 4. Museigen no Phantom World. This anime is kind of beautiful, which is to be expected since it was produced by KyoAni. The plot is also kind of interesting. We are all aware of the legends surrounding yokai and ghosts. Be that as it may, we still haven't actually seen a yokai or a ghost like that. Or at least, that's what I want to believe. However, in this anime, a mysterious virus spreads and the way people perceive the world changes. Creatures such as yokai and ghosts become visible. Not only that, this virus also infects some teenagers who then develop supernatural abilities so that they can prevent the phantoms from harming someone. The type of these abilities depend on the person. Some of the students decide to form a team so that they can prevent the threat of phantoms as a team. Three. Ino Battle wa Nichijuke no Nakade. A club meeting, making everyone acquire out-of-this-world abilities, calls for an emergency meeting for every club out there this instant. But when you've left with the short end of the stick, there isn't much there is to the situation now, is it? At least at the start, that is. Jirai is at a complete disarray, since witnessing everyone around him playing with the best Supernatural has to offer is making him insecure of his very existence. But even disregarding the fact that no one cares where they got these powers from all of a sudden, there must be a reason why the guy ranks rather high on the list, and only time will tell what this useless power truly means. Because with the Supernatural now added into the mix, a protagonist with nothing but the weakest ability out there should have his spot stolen from him rather soon. 2. Seijo no Mariko wa Banu desu. Known as the Saint's magic power is omnipotent, the romance and slice of life features an overpowered character. The kingdom of Salutania is in risk of being destroyed by monsters, and so they summon the legendary hero Saint. Sei is transported from her world to this world too, however. She's not chosen as a saint, and so she's left on her own. She begins studies on medicinal healing, and soon her life as a saint will begin. 1. Dungeon ni Die wo Motomiru. When translating this series title, it might not seem like much for someone and think that it's just another boring, sleazy harem anime, but in reality, it's actually a very enjoyable and fun-to-watch series about a boy named Bell that dreams of becoming a dungeon raider. And with his ability to learn, adapt, and level up way faster than anyone around him, he's able to rise through the ranks and attain the title of Little Rookie as his first step into becoming a powerful dungeon raider. Even though he faces a lot of obstacles in his way, he isn't going to give up his dream anytime soon. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and leave a comment. And if you're new to the channel, you should consider turning that red subscribe button gray. I post regular content like every 2 days or so. Well then, see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe and watch anime. If you got a problem to speak out, I'm a cowboy and let's bebop. The stand skate at the treetop. Berserk what I'm keeping on rewatch. Hunter, I freak out. When I'm in my room, you should keep out. I'm a ghost in the shell, push you through hell like gun grave. That's a story to tell if you